Well, good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and welcome to Age and Wealth Success. And specifically today, we're going to talk about how to build our business during the coronavirus. And I'm going to share with you some ways that I would suspect you hadn't even thought of that is going to help you build your business now and in the future. And what I share with you that all of these things, they're available one way or another, and everything is for good and everything is a blessing. And so one of the things, because of this coronavirus, the blessing is that all of you are at home, all of us are at home. And otherwise, you probably wouldn't be on this. And this is going to literally change, improve your life forever, I guarantee you. In fact, I have three events this week. And if you're watching this recorded, that I'll have the other two events recorded as well. But know that we have today's event, and this is mainly for real estate professionals and probably more specifically for real estate agents and brokers that it'll appeal most to. Even though the things that you hear, kids will relate to it. You can have the whole family listening if you want to do something fun. And for sure, tomorrow. So tomorrow, I am doing a national podcast, and it's going to be from 12 to 1, and that's Central Time, and it's called Health, Wealth, and Success. And I will share with you 3 steps that is guaranteed to increase your health, wealth, and success. We are all going to get out of this current worldly environment something much greater, a life much better, and you will see that that is the case. And this is, again, you can have all your family listen to it. It's on Zoom, so everybody can have their own device and, do it on their phone or whatever. But it's a great way to connect now with whether it's friends or whatever. You can share this with them. They don't need to be in real estate, but for those of you that are in real estate, you'll see that step 1 to be successful in real estate is your mindset. And that will be a lot tomorrow on mindset. We're also going to be doing mindset though today as well. Then Saturday, I was having a live event. It would have cost you $52 to come. And now it's going to be free. So you go, whippy! See, even greater things are coming your way. And already hey, I get Dr. Hank for free. And in fact, I'm going to give away everything for free of mine. And like today, I have some books. And so, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But anyways, this event on Saturday, it's called Your Personal Genius, and how to tap into your higher self, into your soul and the mind of God, into who you are. And this magnificent genius mind that you have, that you're going to be able to tap into it. And so you're going to love all 3 of these sessions. And so if you need to know what link it is on, that I have it posted on LinkedIn, it's in there in Facebook, in a few places, but you can always contact me. And my contact information is there on this screen. And so if you want to write that down. In fact, I would encourage all of you that I want you to start to have a pen and paper and write down some things that are aha for you today. You're going to get some thoughts and ideas on how to build your business, how to build your wealth, how to build your life. And with those ahas, I want to make sure that you write that down. So I'm a mental scientist, I'm a head doctor, and I know how the mind plays and functions, and I know how to make it function and play best for you. You decide what you want. I'll just help you to get what you want easily, quickly, and in a fun way. And so those are the 3 events. And again, they're on Zoom. They're all virtual. And so we're going to be doing everything virtual. And all of this circumstance that's going on in the world, that you want to look at it from the vantage point of how is this changing and how can I take advantage of this? What are the opportunities? And for every one of you that are on this podcast right now, that you're going to get that. You're going to already get answers on how the world is changing and how to take advantage of that. And for those of you that know that I'm also an ordained minister, so I'm very spiritual. I use words like God, or some people, don't like that word, and so I might use source or your soul. But just know that all of us, within us, there is something very special within us, and we can be guided. It's called the kingdom within us. And so I'm going to get into all of that, and believe it or not, this is going to increase your real estate business. In fact, Ryan Shea, who's on, I think most of you can see him on the line there. In the last month, he has done over $3 million worth of business. He's attracted that. He last year doubled his business, and it's all because, and he says that it's primarily because of his mindset and the teachings that I provide, and he's been with me for about a year. And another example, just so you can see on what the outcome is going to be for you as far as business and what your commissions and your income, that Teresa, another agent of mine, she's only been with me for 4 months, that within the last 2 weeks, she has generated signed contracts, buy-sell contracts, and is making $56,000. Most agents, by the way, the average agent makes about $30,000 a year, and she just made it in the last 2 weeks. So that's just some of the goodies that you're going to get out of this, but even more so, you're going to be feeling better after all of this, that you're going to realize that whatever's going out in the world right now, it doesn't matter. What matters is what's going on in your head and your feelings, and you can feel good. And so I'm going to share with you one thing that, so I'm high flying, and I fly with my angels, and I'm just happy all the time, and I just am guided by source, by God. And so today, my wife Sharon yesterday, or a couple days ago, told me that Costco was available to people over 60. And it's just like, oh, I just love being over 60. I'm such a young boy, just having a fun time. And so because I qualify that I can go to Costco early, 2 hours early. So I went this morning. I was inspired to go, and I was inspired to go to about 8:20, and it opened up at 8 o'clock. So there was no line, and there was plenty of inventory of everything. So today, and if you go to Facebook, and if you connect with me at, that is under Hank Seitz, S-E-I-T-Z, that if you connect with me, you'll see me sitting on top of a stack of toilet paper, Charmin toilet paper. So talk about a guy that's sitting in wealth and abundance. There I am sitting on top of toilet paper. And so there's plenty of everything in this world. And again, you have to think that way though, and not think about what other people are saying or doing. You just need to start attracting the things that you desire. So let's get into this, and I'm going to share with you a time-proven process called Your Real Estate GPS to Success. It's trademarked by me. And some of you maybe have seen it, but you haven't seen it this way, because we're literally going to mold it into how can this help me right now today to build my business. And so you will get literal steps that you'll be able to write down in order to do that. And just a little background of me for those of you that may not know that, my computer is frozen here. Let's see. I gotta get her going. There we go. Thank you very much. I called on Steve Jobs to help me with that. And so Mr. Technology I am. And so a little background of me that they call me Dr. Hank. I'm a mental scientist. My PhD is in mental science, and I'm a behavioral psychologist. I'm a businessman, and I'm considered a guru of real estate. And I've been in real estate for over 20 years, owned a mortgage company, owned a real estate company, responsible, me and my agents, for over $4 billion worth of business. Previously, I was a broker, and I had 420 agents, and I would work with my agents on and help them to build a 5-year financial plan. And in that plan, they all said, "Oh, Dr. Hank, you need to help me with my commissions." And I would. I have lead programs, I have real estate training, I have mindset training, I have all kinds of things that will help you, guaranteed, to build your business. Typically, my agents will be making $25,000 or more a month. And all you have to do is listen to what I ask you to do, like Teresa does, and they're all easy and fun steps to be able to do. And so I would ask my agents, we would develop a 5-year financial plan, and I'd go back to them 9 months later, a year later, and I said, "Hey, you increased your business big time, your commissions, you got more money. How's that financial plan going?" And they go, "Well, I haven't done too much on that. I got a bigger house, I got a nicer car." In other words, they blew all the money. And so I was able to, with the business model that we use, I was able to formulate a way for us to have more business and build our wealth. So I'm known for building business and wealth for agents and brokers across America. And I interviewed America's top agents, brokers, and trainers. And in those interviews, I would ask them, "What are your secrets to success?" So between my mindset in my PhD in mental science and that training and all of that, and then their input to me, I'm always best, I was able to identify 5 steps that are guaranteed to help you to discover the secrets to success in real estate, in life, and specifically in today's environment with the coronavirus and what's going on. All of us are in our homes. And so here the 5 steps are. And I'm going to talk about each one of these steps. But the first thing that almost every top agent, these are agents that were doing at least $10 million a year, some over $100 million a year. And they would say to me that the number one thing was their mindset. And so it is our mindset that is most important to get those agents to be successful, for you to be successful in everything. So I'm going to talk a little about mindset right now, just to help you understand that all of science in the last 5 years has identified 3 steps to create anything you want. In this case, we're real estate agents, we want to create more business. And here's the 3 steps and it doesn't have anything to do with the type of leads you have or the type of list you have or none of that. What the 3 steps are, the first step is, it's our thought. So whatever you're thinking, and so ask and you shall receive. Well, your thinking and your thought is your prayer, if you will, is every moment of every day. So what are you thinking about? If you are thinking about fear, or, "Oh, geez, I don't have enough money now, I have no business," or whatever, if you're thinking that, what you're doing is actually creating more of it. So I want you to be easy on yourself, relax, and let that go. In fact, you'll get lost in these thoughts that I'm sharing with you today, where you're going to forget about the outside world, and you're going to realize that the kingdom is within you, and you have the power to be able to think yourself to what you want. So back to the scientists. Step number 1 is our thought. Our thought then creates emotion. According to the scientists, they call it energy. So our thoughts create energy, and that energy then creates what the scientists say matter. And that's why your thoughts become things. Well, I have America's top #1 mindset training, and it's only available under my umbrella, and it's going to be available to you. And so the #1 thing that you have now, the best, and the reason why you're on this podcast, in fact, is you've been asking, "I want more. I want to have more. I want answers. I want solutions. And you have it. For real estate, you have it. For tomorrow, you'll have it for the rest of your life, and for your kids and for everybody that you love, that you'll be able to have them healthy. I'm telling you, they're not going to get sick on that. And that I've helped people overcome cancer, and I've helped myself overcome. I was paralyzed from my waist down, and now I'm walking, and I love doing this. That, you know, I'm standing right now. And so, you know, and we are so blessed to have so many things. But right now, if we turn on the TV or whatever, we get just blitzed with all this information on things that don't make us feel good. My counsel to you is turn off the TV or watch a fun movie. Go Google the funniest movie and just watch a fun movie. If you'll do that, literally more of the things that you want will come to you. The more you think about the outside world and what's going on with the outside world, the more you're going to fall into where they are, and they're not very good right now. And again, you can be happy in this moment. So step one, and again, this is all about real estate, even though, you know, you're thinking, hey, you know, we haven't talked too much about real estate. Well, we'll get into it, but it is the secret. Okay, this is the secret sauce. It's your mindset, and it's what you're thinking about. And I can help you with my mindset training to improve your thoughts that will improve your outcome. The second step is, and top agents, brokers, trainers would tell me, good lead programs. And so you want good lead programs. Well, I have America's #1 lead program. It goes out on the social media. You pick your market, and you get exclusive leads that come right back to you. And that's why this part, like step number 2, is really applicable to anyone other than real estate agents and brokers, because it is very effective. However, I have a second lead program, and it is a referral-based program. It's based on many principles by Brian Buffini. Some of you may know him. He's famous in real estate as well. And that he teaches about referrals. What I do is I teach people how to use heart, and in fact, in order to grow your business. And here's one step that I want you to write down right now. And again, I'm channeling, this is like the perfect step for you on how are you going to build your business right now in this environment. And here's how, is I want you to when you get off here, and write a note right now that you're going to do this, that I'd ask you to write down 20 people who you know, who come that are top of mind and top of heart to you. And so write down those 20 people, and then see if you have their addresses. And probably you don't have their addresses. So I want you to call them. And by the way, when you pick those people, don't think real estate, just think who's on top of your mind and top of your heart. No judgment whatsoever, because you will be amazed on how you could get business from all different places. In fact, I'm going to show you a business model where you can do business in every state, real estate business in every state in the United States. So don't limit it geographically or anything. Just think about the people. And so, and that'll be family members and, you know, whatever, loved ones, that your best clients, you know, it can be all kinds of people. And then look to see if you have their address. If you don't, call them. And now you have a reason to call them, those people that are top of mind and top of heart. And I want you to call them and say, hey, you know, see how they're doing, you know, talk a little to them and kind of get an update with each other. And then say, hey, listen, I'd like to send you something. This U.S. mail, by the way, is still working and still functioning. And so I'd like to send you something, and can I have your address? And what you're going to send them is just a nice note. And so, you know, if you can't go out shopping, just make up your own note. It's way more better than a professional one. Just get some envelopes. Hopefully you got some envelopes somewhere. If not, you can even make envelopes if you have to. And I guess you need stamps, so, you know, do that. But, you know, go make a run on this and get, hey, I'm going to just get some paper, some thank you notes, whatever. But I want you to just share with them that during this time in the what's going on in the world, that you thought about them and that you care about them, that you love them, and whatever you feel comfortable about doing. and then mail that to them. And I can guarantee you that you will get, first of all, you'll be a lot happier. You'll feel really good. And so will all the people that are top of mind, top of heart of yours. And, it's really just, it's such a sweet place to be. And as you're giving love out to the world, and that's one of the things that we do, we have a mastermind group, part of all of this umbrella that you can be a part of on this mastermind group. And like Ryan's part of it. And we were talking this week about how, we want this to be about, love. It's really a time to show our love, go within the kingdom within and get connected with God, and then to go out and share love. Well, here's how you can do it. And so writing those 20 notes, and I'll also guarantee you this, you'll get at least one deal out of that. And I love this, it's kind of like, how a hose, let's say, it's springtime, and so there's a hose, right? And that hose has a crank in it, and that crank is the coronavirus. And so it's holding back everything. So what's happening is we're building up all of these wonderful, amazing business opportunities. So when it opens up, whenever it does, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, it doesn't matter. Whenever that opens up, you're going to be so blessed with so much business, so much money, so much connecting and relationships that you're going to be flying high. And again, you're going to be, we're at a low. It's kind of like a V. We're real high, and then we're kind of at this low, and now we're going up. And you will see, and you're going up right now, even though the coronavirus is still here, and other people are saying stuff, and the government's doing this, and we can't go out, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. What matters is what you're doing. And you're writing these notes to 20 people. And anyways, this is part of this lead program, but you'll also get a deal out of that. Okay, so there's like one major way to start building your business the way that you want it. The third one is training and development. So about 10 years ago, there was being developed a system to be able to be virtual and to go up into what we now call the cloud and to be able to do things, okay? Well, now we have the system in real estate. It's the leading edge, cutting edge system in the world where you could go up on the cloud as an avatar. Now, I'll tell you a little secret of mine that about 4 years ago, I didn't know what an avatar was other than it was a movie, okay? And so now I know what an avatar is. And my avatar, I just love my avatar. My avatar doesn't it doesn't get any diseases. Okay, like it can go anywhere that it wants to, up in this amazing cloud area. It's a whole place, different offices, and 350 people to serve you, and all this training and everything, but it's all virtual. And so I love my little avatar because my avatar has more hair than I do. My avatar has darker hair than I do. And my avatar can run way faster than I can run. I'm just happy to be able to walk. And so we have that training, but we also have my training. And so, that's like specific to real estate. I then have all of these podcasts for you. So literally at the convenience of your home right now. In fact, a lot of you have, maybe you've been in like your broker's office and you've been forced out of there and you have to be home. Well, now I have an office for you to go to. In fact, I'm going to give you training. I'll give you the specifics on this, that I have there's going to be 3 training classes this week. And here the subjects are, and then you tell me, and you can email me or text me or whatever, call me, and let me know if you want to attend these, and I'll give you access to be able to go into the world's largest real estate office and be able to access these. But the first meeting, so this is again on training and development, listen to these subjects. What to do to generate business and revenue right now. And so that's taught by a top agent and broker in America. The second one is the top 5 calls you may need to make right now. And so it's like, holy mackerel, that's amazing. Yeah, what are those 5 things? And so you can use this time for you to be able to start creating this empire for you, an empire of your life, of your real estate business. And you're going to just be packed with, you're going to be ahead of everybody else. And it doesn't matter where everybody else is. All that matters is that you're ahead, okay? That you're not bogged down by what's going on in the world. Instead, you're thinking about, hey, how am I going to improve? How am I going to have a better business now? And so again, what to do to generate business and revenue now, that'll be tomorrow. Top 5 calls you need to make right now, and then how to keep working today and earning tomorrow. That's interesting. How to keep working today and earning tomorrow. And so, and there's literally a pipeline that you're going to build that when you're able to get out, if you will, and have an open house or attend an open house or whatever, that you will do it. In fact, we have, because we're the #1 technology real estate company, that we have all this technology where you can do virtual open houses and virtual showings and all kinds of stuff. So I had, in fact, just 10 days ago, that I had, one of my agents had 5 agreements closed, buy, sell, and she had some listings and some buyers, and she was able to conduct all of that business, and most of it was virtually, or very at distance, if you will, to be healthy. So that's training and development. And again, I gave you some classes on some tips that you'll be able to use in order to take advantage of that. Now, these first 3 things, and I'm going to get into more mindset for you to really take you off to a whole new level. And we're about halfway done with this. And so I want to get into some solid mindset, because remember, that's the most important. But know that I have these lead programs, this referral program, and I have all this training and development that I can provide for you. But catch this. 95% of agents and brokers, this is where they stopped. They only did step 1, 2, and 3, and they didn't do, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, step 4 and step 5. And so what that is that 95% of agents and brokers only have 3 months to live. If they don't have any business, they only have 3 months of money, if you will, income that's sitting there to help them to make it for another 3 months. So fortunately, this whole thing that's going on in our world will be over way before then, but they did not build their wealth. I helped agents and brokers make more money, lots more money, but they weren't able to build their wealth. And remember, one of the things that I am, that I'm a wealth maker, and so I help people to make wealth. So step 4 is savings and investments. And so I have all kinds of different ways. Like right now, for example, look for some depressed homes. Maybe go around and find out and ask people and whatever depressed homes. And again, you can do that in your home. You can talk to people, communicate with them, Facebook, whatever. But depressed homes, I have investors that will buy depressed homes and share the profits with you. That apartment buildings, and again, this may not be on your radar, but that's why we're meeting today, is for you to start thinking beyond where you were doing business. The way all of us were doing business 2 weeks ago has changed, my friends, and it has changed long term. That this will be a long-term change for us. And so it is for all of us to be thinking differently and asking yourself, so I'd like you to write this down. Where is the opportunities? Where are the opportunities? If you start asking, and you're asking and you shall receive, if you start asking, where are the opportunities? That what you're going to do is you're going to discover opportunities. Again, you can't be watching TV. You can't be worried about what the government is doing. And here's another great way for you to be relaxed, have some ease. And that is, don't think about anything you can't control. You can't control the virus. You can't control the government. You can't control any of that. But you have the power to control and thus reap all the things that you're sowing. And your sowing is what your thoughts are and what your feelings are. So right now, I'm looking out the window and I see this beautiful world. In fact, this world, people are saying, oh, this world is, whatever, terrible, it's whatever. I'm looking at this world and it's spring. It's spring. I'm looking out. I'm on the 15th floor and I'm looking out and I'm seeing the trees getting greener and all the growth, and the world is healthy and good. And I see the blue sky and the sun's shining and there's plenty of air for us, right? Like, none of you said, hey, Dr. Hank, could you please stop breathing all that air? That there's plenty of air, right? Well, there's actually plenty of everything. There's plenty of business for you, but it's a matter of your mindset. And part of my training, all of my mindset training, is how to tap into the subconscious mind. So one book that I have, and so I have a few, I've written, I'm a best-selling author, Quilly award-winning author, whatever, but my latest book is Your Royal Path to Riches. And so again, exclusive just today, I'm going to give this to you for free. So if you want it, you tell me and I'll give it to you soft copy. You can get it on Amazon, the hard copy, but I'm going to give it to you. But that will help you to tap into your subconscious mind. I would rather have, and this isn't a speed reading to get through the book of that, maybe do one paragraph and then think about it, or one page and think about it. But this will help you the rest of your life, not only in real estate, but in everything else. And that's why it's so important to make sure that you attend tomorrow's podcast as well as Saturday morning's podcast, because those two are going to be, they're life changers, and they'll improve you. If you have children, they'll improve your children's life, and kids can listen to this. Again, this is all kids friendly, if you will. So back to, I have ways for you to improve your savings, your investment. And then number 5, and it's really kind of the king of everything, is passive income. I have an agent that bought an apartment building. We bought it. She didn't use any money, and we split 50-50 the monthly income, and it generates $12,000 a month. This agent has $12,000 a month in passive income, and all they did was they found an apartment building that was appealing to our investors, and they bought it and then split the profit with them. So, and there's many ways that we have passive income, and again, today I'm not going to get into that, but I can tell you that I have hundreds of agents that are making thousands of dollars every month in passive income on all these different ways. So, and I don't want you to have any thoughts like, oh, I don't have the money. You don't need money. Okay, and by the way, if you say I don't have money, then God says, okay, I'll make sure you don't have enough money. So don't ever say that to yourself again. Don't say you're too busy. And by the way, where's the blessing with this coronavirus? That one of the places that this is a blessing is it has helped us to all slow down. We've all been doing, and when you do, you end up getting do. And so some of us, haven't we been stressed out? Haven't we been, it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to have relief. And then I'm going to think about 20 people that I love that are on my mind. I'm going to write them, a thank you note or a love note or just a friend note, I'm going to start connecting with people more, that I'm going to start building my real estate empire. And by the way, all you have to do is ask. It isn't your job to figure out how to do it. Your job is simply to ask, and then the Father does the work and delivers the goods for you. And just another comment there is, don't ask, where's my stuff? Because when you ask, where's my stuff, that creates doubt, and doubt then will keep your stuff away from you. And so just know it's all coming now and that it's all good. So those are the 5 steps. I've given you some very practical steps on how to start building your business right now. This is a time to breathe deeply, and we'll go into breathing not today, but tomorrow, on how important the breath is. In the Bible, the word spirit is breath, and I'll get to that. I had a lady who literally was thinking she had a heart attack, and so I just helped her breathe right through that, and she breathed through it, and so she didn't have to go to the emergency room, didn't have a heart attack. And so we each have the power to be able to control our own thoughts, our own feelings, and create the life of our dreams. We can be, do, and have it all. It's all a matter of starting out with this mindset. So with that, you'll be able to generate 3 streams of income. Your business is going to grow with America's best training, with my mindset training, with these lead programs. It's just incredible on what has happened on how it explodes my agent's business around the country. Your wealth is going to grow. You'll actually have public stock. And some people say, like, oh, I don't want stock. It goes up and down. No, it doesn't. Stock always goes up, down, but more up than down. And you will see that the stock market, you can quote me on this, will be over 32,000. And, within whenever, in the next 6 months or whatever, but in the future, that it's going to be higher than it ever has been. And so this world continues to get better and better, but you have to look for the good, you have to look for the better, and look for the opportunities. And then again, your wealth is going to grow with these investment opportunities that may not be on your radar right now, but again, we can, kind of flow into that. And then your passive income will grow. And I shared with you one of those examples of passive income, where you can have passive income. And by the way, steps 2 and 3, this is where you start having a legacy, not just living paycheck to paycheck. In fact, those days of you living paycheck to paycheck are over. Again, you're going to have the resources on the cutting edge of being on the cloud, of having training, of having mindset training, of having the best leads program, on having ways to be able to build your wealth like you've never had before. In fact, I've never seen any industry that has had so much opportunity as this does. So because of time, I have about 20 minutes left, that I'm going to briefly go through each one of the 5 points, but the one that I'm going to invest the most time right now, and is going to be most beneficial for you to help improve your mindset, is I want us to look at this mindset training. And again, I could probably invest 2 days on all the different mindset training that I have, the different techniques I have, ways to improve your thinking process, ways to improve your point of attraction for you to, using the powerful law of attraction, to be able to attract the thoughts and the people and the circumstances. I have all of that we could literally go into for days on, and probably most important to you is that, or on top of your mind right now, is, hey, I want to build my business. I can help you build your business. You're going to be putting in the pipeline right now, and already with those 20 names, you're going to be putting that into the pipeline. And now I'm going to help you improve your mindset. So I'm going to share this with you. And this came to me, I channeled this. This is all God stuff that has come to me about what really is happening. And so bear with me, breathe in deeply here, open up your mind and heart, and hear this. Did you know that on March 19th, about a week ago, does anybody know, think to yourself, what was March 19th? It's a big day. March 19th was the first day of spring. So I want all of us to imagine that we're farmers, okay? Christ always talked about sowing and planting the seed and everything. That's because everybody was farmers. Well, in essence, all of us are farmers. We farm and we plant seeds with our thought. So this spring, we have experienced a lot of contrast. So instead of calling it the virus or whatever, I don't even talk about that stuff, whatever. Everything's going to be fine. You know, when I was 2 years old, there was polio and it was killing children. And my older brother had polio and was put into an iron lung and steaming hot water on him to kill it. And they didn't have a vaccine. You know, this is not, the world has seen this. But here's the point, is the contrast that we've experienced is actually, it's going to birth so many wonderful things. And especially for you, it's going to birth a better life. So the spring, we have experienced a lot of contrast, things we didn't want that is now birthing the things that we want. So if you'll write this down, and it's a technique that has been proven by thousands of people that I have helped, that when you're thinking or observing something that doesn't make you feel good, because that's God's communication. When you feel good, it means God's thinking about this way that you are. You feel bad, it means God isn't. But if you will just take that something, so you're thinking about something and you're feeling bad about it, and if you'll just point to it and just say to yourself, and write this down, this is what I don't want. Okay, coronavirus, being stuck at home, you know, what, and don't think you're stuck at home. Home is great. This is why you're here right now listening to this, and this is awakening you to your potential. This is connecting you more to your soul. This is doing a lot of things, and all your angels and our angels are dancing and playing the harp and singing and happy as can be, because this is taking you to a new place. So back to when you have something that you don't want, you don't like, doesn't make you feel good, you simply say, this is what I don't want. And if, by the way, you're watching TV, turn it off or switch it to, you know, Steinfeld or whatever that, you know, where you're laughing and feeling good. But this is what I don't want. And then ask and you shall receive. Ask, what do I want? And when you go to what do I want? So you look in your bank account, gee, I don't have very much money. That doesn't make you feel good. What do I want? Hey, I want to now be able to build my pipeline. I want to now build my real estate business. I want to now use these 5 steps to be able to have $10 million or more in business. I want passive income. Just get lost in those, because when you ask, what do I want? And just breathe deeply in it. In fact, I want you to all breathe. Breathe in 5 seconds. And breathe out 5 seconds. And say to yourself, relax. Breathe in. And breathe out. It's a magical way to connect with God instantly. And then ask, so what do I want? And then you will start getting, God will start giving you these godly thoughts and what you want. And remember, your thoughts create, according to scientists, according to every experience I've ever seen and known from myself and other people. So our thought creates energy, and that energy creates matter. So our thoughts become things. If your thoughts are things about what you want, you know what you end up getting? What you want. But we get whatever we're thinking about, whether we want it or not. So you want to watch your feelings, because when you feel bad, you're not thinking about this subject the way that God is. So let's go back to this springtime, because we're right now in spring. And I'd like each one of you, when we get off here today, I want you to go outside and recognize it's spring. The world is well. Okay, the world is just fine. It's springtime, and it's time for us to plant our seeds. So I can guarantee you that this won't be the only contrast that that you ever experience, that our loved ones ever experiences, because this world is filled with contrasts. If we didn't have the things we didn't want, it wouldn't birth the things we do want. This is a much, much better world than it was 50 years ago, 100 years ago. We have electric, running water. We have these phones and our whole libraries. We have instant access to all this knowledge and information. The world is so connected. There's less poor than there's ever been. There's more educated than there's ever been. There's more wealth than there's ever been. This world is getting better and better, and it's all because of this contrast. So when you can come to the point of blessing these things that we don't want and say, hey, this virus, I bless you, because you're going to birth new things, like you sitting on this, being here right now and being emerged with thought and your feelings about, oh, how magnificent you are and how magnificent the world is, and how you can look at the things you don't want, like that virus, and say, what do I want? I want to build my business. I want to connect with people. I want to write these 20 thank you notes. I want to attend these classes and learn more about the power that I am and how to tap into that power of my greater self. So the world is and always will be filled with contrast, with the wanted and the unwanted, and this helps build a better world and a better life for us. People are shaped and expand thought and feelings beyond where they have been, not by how things go when things are going well, but people's lives are shaped by the most challenging times of contrast and how we respond to it. So think, how do you respond to it? Because how you respond to it, your children are observing how you're responding to it. Are you the leader? Are you the one confident that you're going to be healthy, that you're going to build your business, that this is going to be good for you and your family? Because the fact is, it can, because you have the power to overcome anything that's in this world and to be able to have it the way that you ask for it, the way that you think about it. So, we are upon these times now to create a better life and a deeper relationship with our Creator. This is a perfect time for all of us to be at home, to slow it down and to get into the flow of life. And this is one of the things, I want you to write this down, that I want to be in the flow of life. This was been a perfect opportunity from you going from go, 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 to you all of a sudden just slowing it down now and saying, yes, I just love this. I just love that I'm at home, that I'm able to start getting into the flow of life. I'm start getting back into the connection with my source, with God, that I'm going to now live a happier life, an easier life, a life filled with more fun and with more play. And as you evolve your mind into that, you will see that God will deliver you all the things that you have asked for. It's about you feeling good. We have a resourcefulness inside ourselves, the kingdom within us, that says no matter what happens in this world, who I am, who you are, is bigger than anything that could ever happen to me, to you, and to our loved ones. That's how big we are. That our bodies are just a small little, the point of a needle compared to the magnificence on who we are and all that we are. So no problem is permanent, and everything becomes a blessing when you look for the blessing. There is a season, my friend, and a time for everything. And it's not for us to decide what the right season is, even though, by the way, this is the perfect season, spring, where we plant our seeds. Nor do we look at the season in which it should be in. Enjoy this moment, enjoy this season. It is our calling to embrace the season that's been given to us and to find the blessing in us. This is the season of spring where the farmer first decides what they want to plant. So what do you want to plant? What do you want to plant now? A thriving business, more clients, more referrals, more laughter, more smiles. But you are the planter. There's no one else. This outside world doesn't plant one seed for you. You are the farmer. You're the one that plants the seeds. And so the farmer first decides what they want to plant and then starts to plant the seeds in the many fields that they own. Likewise, we own many fields, including our health, our relationships, our spirituality, our service, and our business that we offer others. We have been served a quieter, more peaceful life right now. And this provides us the perfect opportunity to plant the seeds in our minds of what we want. We each have the power to think ourselves to a new and better life. For this will decide our harvest in fall. I love that. By the way, I channeled all this morning. I was just in the middle of the night. And I'm just writing it down. It's like I was so inspired, I could barely stand still. I couldn't go to sleep. I was so excited. After spring always follows the growing period of summer that leads to our harvest in fall. So look forward to right now that you're planting these seeds and you're in the midst of that right now. I want to build a better business. I want to connect more. I want to really build deep, meaningful relationships now. It doesn't matter how they've been. Think about how you want them. You have the power to change anybody, to change your relationship, to improve your business, to improve your health, that you have the power right now in order to do it. So let's use this quieter time of spring to plant the seeds of our desires. There are always those that spring back to a better life during these times of contrast, and let us be the chosen one to make lemonade from these lemons that have been served us. These events shall provide us now greater clarity of the harvest we want and a greater understanding of how powerful and filled with love and God that each one of us are. In all contrast lies opportunity. As we look for the wanted, we shall find it and seek it. And as we knock on the door of opportunity shall answer. So that's why I ask you, start knocking on that door and ask for, where are the opportunities to build my business now? Where are the opportunities to build my connections and my sphere of influence that I have? And then ask, and it shall be given to you. That's the power that you have. So the spring shall turn to your harvest, and now you will be in a better place, with the richness of thoughts and feelings that will take you and your loved ones to the promised land. Love, Dr. Hank. And by the way, if you want a copy of that, I have a copy of that, so you're more than welcome to have that. If you would just read that you'll be more successful, you'll have more business, it'll be better for you. So this mindset training, so this is just step one, okay? I haven't even done the other 4 steps yet and got into any depth with them, but this will take you to the mountain with no top in business and in your life. So a little bit more practical place is we have lead programs for you. And I discuss those a little, and one is KB Core. Normally, this is a normal cost. Normally, just top agents in America, the top 2% agents have KB Core because they can't afford it. And then my referral program and all of that, time-proven things that normally would cost $2,600, and you pay just $85 for that per month. And again, there are ways to do that or not do that, but and it's kind of like a smorgasbord, a buffet of, hey, what do you want, and how do you want to build your business and build your wealth. And so I think instead of getting into any more of this, that I want to share just a couple things that, the first thing is that I want to, I want to give you a magical sentence today. And I wrote this morning, and so I asked, what's a beautiful magical sentence for everybody today? And so if you will write this 21 times each day, that it will penetrate into your subconscious mind. And so let me just talk a little about that and the subconscious mind. And let me just go back here to that. I think we'll just stay at this because this is part of my training. But so to understand that since conception, that every thought, every feeling, and every experience you've had has been memorized, remembered by your subconscious mind. And based on all of those thoughts you had, based on all those feelings you had, based on all those experiences that you've had, that your subconscious mind, the kingdom within you, has a dominant opinion about every subject under the sun. So for example, like money, that most people don't have a very good attitude towards money because they were told when they were a little child, and when you were a child, you were very impressionable. And so you were told, oh, the filthy rich. And you go, man, I don't want to be filthy. And so thus I'm not going to be rich. Okay. Or, you know, the root of all evil is money. And well, I don't want to be by the root of all evil. And money just equals freedom. And so I want you to actually write that down. Money equals freedom. And so as you just embrace it, money equals freedom. And so we have these dominant opinions, and what happens is they're called beliefs. And remember, it is done unto you as you believe. And so here we are, we're in a place where we have buried in our subconscious mind a bunch of beliefs that aren't very supportive of the things that we desire. And so I have a way to tap into the subconscious mind. And in fact, I have several ways. And one way is to use some easy words. And so that's why, like, I am wealthy doesn't work, okay? Because the Bible says in Matthew 17:18, it says, when the two of you agree, it will be manifested on earth. Well, the two of you is your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and when they agree. So when you say, I am wealthy, your subconscious mind says, bullshit. and you get knocking there, and so you don't have agreement. So to have this agreement that you come together and with some easy words said many times, and so this magical number of 21 times, and by writing it down, there's some magic that will penetrate into your subconscious mind, and it will then create, and the kingdom within you shall create and manifest it here on earth. So your magical sentence today that I'd like you to write down 21 times is, today, in every way, I am more open to miracles of prosperity. Ooh, I love that. Today, in every way, I am more open to miracles of prosperity. Ooh, I love that. So that, if you'll do every day, if you can say it out loud, that would be great. It will be very helpful. And so what I want to do is just open up to any questions. Now, we didn't get into the specifics on all the training and development, even though I gave you some that you can actually go see if you contact me. We didn't get into the specifics of the savings and investment. If you'll contact me, I can go into and I'll set up a specific meeting to go into the details of every one of those so you can know. And again, it's kind of a smorgasbord and pick and choose on what you want to do. And so let me see if I can do so. I'm going to unmute us all here. And hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, hey, hey. It's a happy day, isn't it? Oh my God, it's so great hearing high-flying voices, and that's just great. What did you like most? So anybody, what did you like most so far?
Well, Dr. Hank, I opened up my blinds and my window, and I actually opened the window and let the light in because it's actually a very beautiful day outside. I don't normally go and do a walk. I do my spin bike in the house, but I'm going to go out and enjoy the sunshine 6 feet away from my neighbor. I opened up the window, and it's just beautiful out there. So thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah. And so it's a beautiful world, and I would encourage all of you, as Tirsha just said, that, you know, to really to get outside, and no matter where you are in the U.S., whatever, that go outside. The world is a beautiful place. Okay, we just have to look for the beautiful place. A beautiful place, I can promise you, is not in the TV. Unless you're watching a fun movie or whatever. And And then one more comment. Thank you, Tirsha. And one more comment on what you like best.
I just love you.
I do too.
I do too. So do I.
Well, I just love you.
You made my day. I've been so down in the dumps, but I have to tell you, I'm finally getting that contract worked out, and we're closing April 3rd.
There you go, girls. There you go. That's Debbie, one of our agents, and she's
Yay, Debbie!
Yeah, she's
Congratulations.
April 3rd, and see, there's so many good things going on in that we just have to think about what we want. And hey, I want this to close. And then
hey, you got to go outside the box in some of these situations.
Yeah, and outside the box is God's box, and in God's perfect timing, and God's perfect easy path going down. That's just beautiful. Great. Yeah, other thoughts?
One last thing that I'll mention. Today is a super powerful day to set intentions. It's like today is like the new year, and you had mentioned that spring is March 19th.
Yeah.
I see this as just like a big reset. So whatever you had at the beginning of the year, just start it now. Get it going now. If you want to make $25,000 a month, you want to close $1 million listing, a $2 million buyer, whatever it is, start setting those intentions, because we're planting those seeds today, and it will come. It will, and it's already here for us. We just have to get in an alignment with it. So
that's correct. And Ryan, by the way, in the last month generated over $3 million worth of real estate. And so this isn't just a bunch of, oh, gee, you know, Dr. Hank is in La La Land, even though I am in La La Land and all of you want to join me there.
Dr. Hank,
a lot of people put their house. I'm seeing a lot of people put their house on the market right now because of interest rates. So get out there and find them.
You bet. You bet. They're out there. And, you know, in some counties that you can actually go and do a lot of things, because the role of a real estate agent is a critical role. Literally, they're calling it a critical role. And so, again, it depends on your city, but look at that. And if you can't get out right now, you can do all kinds of things. You know, you can talk to them, let them know, show them pictures and everything. Teresa, were you going to say something?
Yes, Dr. Hank, I love you so much, sweetheart.
Love you, Debbie.
And we've got a lot of beautiful people on this call today. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining us, because I see this as an incredible village. And I also want to invite everybody to take these wonderful feelings from this call and pay it forward. I went to Walmart last time we did this, and I danced in the parking lot around my car. And I told Ryan about this. And you know, it was like there were people that walked by and looked at me and complimented me. There were people that looked at me strangely. But there was one woman that came over and started dancing with me. No music, just joy. So I want to invite everybody to take these great feelings today and somehow, some way, take this to somebody else.
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
And I will have it recorded, and if you're on my list, that it'll be sent to you, and probably by tomorrow or whatever. And there's a lot of background. Somebody has some.
Thank you, loud.
Here, I'm going to mute here because it's too loud. But you know, actually, we're going to overcome this, and we're going to end it with a little singing. So,
all right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You like to laugh and have more fun?
Like
I'm going to do that over again. We like to laugh and have more fun.
We like to laugh and have more fun.
For we are the chosen one.
For we are the chosen one.
Health, wealth, success is my new game.
Health, wealth, success is my new game.
Happy is my middle name.
Happy is my middle name.
I accept prosperity.
I accept prosperity.
Abundance finds me easily.
Abundance finds me easily.
Only good things come my way.
Only good things come my way.
Health, wealth, success is what I say.
Health and success is what I say.
Sound off.
Sound off.
Health, wealth, success.
Wealth, success.
Sound off.
Sound off.
Health, wealth, success.
Health, wealth, success.
And so it is.
Yes.
I love it. I need to work on the piano so I can play that.
Yeah. So remember what we're here for. We're here to create. That's it. So let's go create it the way that we want it. Don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow will literally be the 3 steps for health, wealth, success in anything. You can have your kids, your parents, your loved ones, anybody that even invite your enemies, because there actually are no enemies, that we're all in this together. And then Saturday's event too, but for sure, tomorrow's event, I love you guys all. It's been just wild and fun, and contact me with any questions if I can help in any way, okay?
Tomorrow is at 11 o'clock?
Tomorrow is at noon.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll see you tomorrow.
Noon, and I'll send you the text, the link if you need it, okay? Okay,
Bye-bye.
love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. Hank.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.